Hello, so this is going to be the second video in this series of however many videos it ends up being in the end, but um, so we just made in the first video a new Java project, and now I'm going to teach you what's in that Java project and just very basic syntax of Java. Okay, so we're going to go open up our file that we made last time. It will be in our recent REPLs, but if you haven't watched a video, just create a REPL, search up Java here, click this, name your file, and click create REPL. It'll open it up for you. I'm not going to do that because I already made one in the last tutorial. So we're going to go recent, and we named it first tutorial Java project. And so we're going to open it up, and we're going to see what's in here. And so we have a bunch of stuff popping up. So the first thing we're going to do is you're not going to really need this on the side for now. Later on, I'll teach what it is. But for now, we're just going to look at your console, which is on the right here. And on the left, you have your actual template of where you're writing your code, your class, your main.java file. So this right here, this little gray part at the bottom, we're not going to worry about it right now. So we're just going to erase that for now. And so we were left with something like this. And these ones at the top, we're also going to erase. I'm going to explain what these are later. So let's erase these. And all we have is class main, squiggly bracket, public static void main, string args, system.out.println, hello world, semicolon, and another squiggly bracket. So what does any of this mean, and what does it do? More importantly, let's see what it does. Let's run the code and see what any of this does. So we're going to see it says hello world to the console, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you how to do, is how to print to the console. So what does any of this mean? So your class in Java is basically what Java is all classes. It's an object-oriented language. So what that means is a class is you have basic data types in Java. So you have integers, which are numbers without decimal places, similar to your to integers as counting numbers that you would have in math. And then you have double, float, which are decimal numbers. You have char, which is like single characters. You have string, which is a string of characters, which is any form of text. And so there's a bunch of different types of data you can have in Java. And you can also create your own. And that's what when you use a class. And so in this case, for the next few videos, or pretty much at least 10 videos, we're going to have, there's only going to be one class we're dealing with, which is the main. The main class is where everything's going on, where your code is being executed, where you write your methods and everything. I'm going to explain what all that is later, but just know your main class is the most important thing. What is the only thing you need to know about when you're making one of these projects? You cannot rename this main class without renaming the main.java file. So we're going to leave it as main because that is functional. That's what is given to us. It works. You can definitely change class main to be class pizza, whatever, and that might be useful in other cases. But for now, because this file is named main.java, this has to be main. So if you change this, you have to change this. And that has nothing to do with the replit file name or your project name or any other IDE you're working in. And so we're going to go into this. What is this little block of code after the first squigglies? If you can't tell, these squigglies are closing each other. So it's almost like this entire part of code is inside these two brackets. From here to here, this code is inside these two brackets. So this part of code belongs to this greater class main. And so the class named main inside of it has something that says public static void in a lowercase main. And then you have string with these square brackets, args, and you have a line inside of it. So what does this actually mean? If you see again, we have another common thing. Again, we have these two squiggly brackets. So you can say that this line is actually contained inside of this main, this other main here. And these outside of it are modifiers. You're not going to worry about what those are. All you're going to need to know is if you want to write any code that outputs to the console here on the right, you need to make sure that code is written in the public static void main. This is called the main method. So you're going to, if you want to have this, you have to write exactly in this order. Public, and you have to make sure these words, public is lowercase, static is lowercase, void is lowercase. Because in Java, for the most part, we are writing in camel case, where you have similar to the kind of called camel because it has humps in the middle. So if I want to write the word first name, let's say we want to have, you would write first name. So that's why you have this weird sort of, I'll explain that later on also, but I just want to give you a very basic run through. And that's why you have that lowercase here, and then you have some things uppercase. That's why. So this method that's called main, here's where we're naming it. Inside it, it's taking string and it's taking these brackets arguments, which means you can write inside of it and execute your code. Now let's look at what's inside it. So you have your system.out.println. And so let's see what system is. If you actually hover over, you can actually see what it is. And so system is a class similar to how we have our main class that contains some methods. And if we hover over system and we see this dot next to it, which means that out belongs to system, similar to how our main method belongs to our main class. And so then what you see is out is a series of methods, and it's these things that allow us to write to the console. And one of the things you can do is write print line, which means you print a line to the console and you press enter. It's similar to if I was in Microsoft Word and I wrote hello world and I click enter. That's what that basically does. As we see here, it's the exact same format here. See, there's a line under it and hello world. So what is actually happening here is what we're doing is dot print line, and inside it we have these quotations, and we're going to put whatever we want to put on the console. So this can be anything you actually want to say. You can say hello YouTube, and we're going to write that, and it's even going to give us autofill. We're going to ignore the autofill for now, so we're going to put that in, and we're going to run it and see what happens. Will this output something different? And you're going to see your different outputs, different runs. And see, now it says hello YouTube, which is great. We got hello YouTube this time. Last time we got hello world. So we can put anything. You can put even numbers in here. You can do 4, 5, 6, 7. And so it's a good thing to know that all this does is print to the console. So if I wanted to do something like 5 plus 5, hopefully you don't need to use Java to do this, but if we try this, it's just going to print out 5 plus 5, which is useful because if we want to actually do mathematical calculations, there's a different way to do it. And you have to know with every line you end with, you're going to have a semicolon at the end of it. Every line is a very verbose language. Every line of code you're writing similar to these print lines, not these ones, not these lines where you have, or classes, just these lines like this with the system.print line, anything really inside your main method, you have to end with a semicolon. And so we're going to print out something on another one. So we're going to print out system.out.print line, and inside it you're going to put whatever you want. You say, hi, my name is, and whatever your name is. Here it's saying Joshua. Why don't we just take Joshua? And we're going to put this, make sure we have our semicolon at the end, and then we're going to run our code. So it's going to print out. Let's see what it prints out. It's going to print out 5 plus 5 as we had up here, and then, hi, my name is Joshua on a separate line. And so, yeah, this is basically what Java can do for you in terms of printing lines. And yeah, you can print even symbols. So if we go system.out.print line, and then we go put this, and then we're going to put our, so you can even print an empty line like this. We'll see what happens. Of course, that won't do much help, but it is empty. It doesn't print anything. And in this, we can even print symbols. Let's say we want to print a star. Hi, my name is 5 plus 5. Hi, my name is Joshua, star. For whatever reason you want to print it, now you can do it. So I'm going to end the tutorial around here. You kind of get the syntax. The main thing I want you to know is whenever you have these indentations here, it implies something belongs to something. So this class main owns this main method, which owns these 3 print lines that we're doing. And I want you to go and try this later. I want you to use these print lines, and I started you off here with the first star. I want to see if you can print star, and then below it, star, star. Oh, oops. Looks like we're just trying to suggest us something, but we're not going to want that. And very similar to this, it's gonna give us this. We're gonna want you. I want to see, can you print out? Ooh, it went away, but some of that, many rows, including these stars, to your console using just print lines, nothing else, nothing special, nothing fancy. See if you can print it out like this using print lines, well, here would be 5 separate print lines. So see if you can do this. If you can do this, you got exactly what I wanted from this video. If you have any troubles, you can comment. And I'll probably leave up solutions in the start of the next video. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments or anything, message me however you like. And yeah, it looks like it's even going to suggest you what the next line is going to be. So we see here, that's a hint of what the next line could be. So you could do this assignment. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. We'll teach you something new. Thank you.